Hey guys, your girl DC Livers, and we are live. We're in a secret location, and we are talking to a mayor. In fact, he is the youngest elected mayor in the country, the United States. So we're going to meet Mayor Richard Thompson. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, feeling good.
Wow. Every time I say the youngest, that's just really fantastic.
I have an old man's name.
And you got a really good spirit. We were just live on Instagram.
Yeah.
That went really well. They really liked you over there. I think they were appreciating your visual.
Yeah, well, look, there's substance here too. I mean, let's not get it twisted.
Don't let the cute face fool you.
Yeah.
You getting it in.
Look, the streets are talking, right?
The streets are talking. You know what I really, really loved about you is when we were on Instagram and everybody was commenting and everything. You were talking a lot about Diddy and Mount Vernon. So let's run it back because the people on YouTube haven't had a chance to meet you. So talk to me about Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon is the home of champions, not critics. We're the home of Nina Simone, Dick Clark, Al B. Shore, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, Diddy, of the Shabazz family. So many greats, so many icons. Lillian Vernon, who created the mail order industries from Mount Vernon. And we have so much history where I'm from, and I'm just proud and privileged to be the youngest mayor from the city.
That's amazing. The hip hop culture that runs through Mount Vernon.
Heavy D.
It was really like, as I'm researching the whole Kim Porter story, I was writing a lot about Diddy, and it was always fascinating to me. And when her husband died and she had nothing, she took Diddy and went to Mount Vernon.
Right.
What was that period like for them?
Well, it was a period of welcoming. Mount Vernon welcomes everybody with open arms. And we've done things so much so to support families, to be a platform for people that want to rise up. And that's in our DNA. The history of our city is one that believes in people. And I believe we're the city of hope.
Speaking of hope, you have a lot of cool programs coming up. People can buy homes and other stuff. But let's start with home ownership because that's very important to millennials.
A lot of people, especially politicians, and I just want to be clear, I'm not a politician, I'm a leader. There's a difference between politics and leadership. Politics is the art of making friends. Leadership is the art of changing things. And inherently, when you change things, you make enemies. So I said, look, we're spending money the wrong way in a few places. Let's put $1 million up to help people buy homes and fix them in the city of Mount Vernon. This way we increase ownership and we give people that need a shot at winning the future. And you think about millennials in particular. They're graduating college or they're graduating grad school and they got mountains of debt. It's not like the baby boomers in World War II where everything is just free. Everything is brand new. There's a lot of work to do. So I'm like, listen, we can accomplish a goal of leveling the playing field, but we need people to know about these programs. So look, if you're a millennial or if you want to buy a home or you want to fix one in Mount Vernon, you got $25,000 minimum for a down payment and an extra $25,000 to make repairs to the home. So that's $50,000 at a minimum that you have access to in the city of Mount Vernon.
That is fantastic. I mean, it's just amazing to me that you can go someplace that's closest to New York City as Mount Vernon.
And some people don't.
Start over.
They when they hear Mount Vernon, they think mountains. No. We're 18 minutes in Midtown by the Metro North Railroad. We have 3 Metro North stops, 2 subways stop in Mount Vernon, the 2 train and the 5 train. Big up. We have 6 different highways, 9 different bus lines, and we have a boat. You can get to Mount Vernon by boat. We're building a ferry from Mount Vernon right behind Target, where Memorial Field is. We're building that back. And you can get from Mount Vernon to City Island in 15 minutes. You can get from Mount Vernon to LaGuardia Airport in 30 minutes. Or from Mount Vernon to Long Island City, Queens in 45 minutes by ferry boat.
Wow.
So just think about that. That is going to be the game changer of game changers because, look, we're building up for the people.
I love this. And so I understand you're talking with Diddy and bringing in some other people and going to do some stuff with sports.
So, look, first, condolences to Diddy and losing Kim. I was there and I was invited to his home to celebrate the finale of The Four, and I can tell you that he definitely cared about her deeply. And the city of Mount Vernon extends its deepest condolences to the loss of Kim Porter. And Diddy just being an inspiration in of himself, look, he wants to give back to the city that helped him make it, the home of Heavy D. And look, I'm really privileged and honored and humbled to be able to connect with him and his family on many different levels. But just know that, we're going to build the sports and entertainment economy in the city of Mount Vernon, where it's going to compete with and beat the Barclays Center. We're going to show out. We're going to show up Brooklyn. You watch.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Big deal.
I've been inside the Barclays Center. It's very pretty.
It can be pretty, but it's still hard to get to. They
is.
got 18,000 seats around a basketball court. God bless them. But I'm talking about bigger, more. I'm not going to, disparage them, but I'm telling you, we're going to have a professional, competitive track, at least 8 lanes, and going for a 9-lane international competition track with a professional-sized soccer field, around 25,000 seats under a dome stadium. And those are the types of things we were able to discuss with Diddy, because guess what? There's nothing else like it on the East Coast.
Right.
A year-round professional space where Olympic athletes can train. And oh, by the way, big shout out to Deja Stevens and Rod Benjamin, some Olympians and Olympians-to-be from Mount Vernon. Big shout out to Deja, though. Deja and Rye accompanied me to Diddy's home, and we got to hang out with him and Fergie and talk about these aspirations of the city, a millennial Mount Vernon that's going to make Mount Vernon magnificent.
And you're the millennial mayor, so.
Look, it's all about making it better for everybody, and ordinary people deserve to have a great shot.
I'm loving it. So talk to me about some of the powers that be, because if somebody were to Google you, there's some kind of not so nice stuff online right now.
Look,
what happened?
When you make changes, it comes with challenges. You can't believe the haters. You can't believe everything you read. You just got to know that, fact always overrides fiction. And I know that I'm a man of faith. I put my faith in action, and I will continue to walk out on faith, not by sight, and deliver for the people. And one of those things that you can find out is that crime in my city is down 50% over the past 5 years, down 36% over the past 3. And these are the things that matter to my community: safety. And we were a city of color, as you can tell. And I'm very proud and privileged that people are being in a better, safer situation. And I'm proud that our seniors feel a lot better about what the direction of the city, and also our kids are being served.
So speaking of kids, you mentioned earlier you had a kind of a soft spot for homeless kids.
Yes. Look, I have about 1,000 homeless kids in my school system. And we're doing everything we can to support them and protect them, and make sure they know that, there are people out there that want to see them succeed. So I am inviting everybody and challenging everyone to join us for Martin Luther King Day of Service to figure out what we can do to help the homeless in my community. Right now, what we've done to help the homeless or the people that are food insecure, we've given away 1 million pounds of fresh produce in the city of Mount Vernon. We cut hunger by 30% in 1 year. So big shout out to Feeding Westchester for joining us and taking on that challenge. Now we need you to join us to help the rest of the people that need help, especially the homeless children in my city.
Wow. And you have a good jobs initiative going on.
Look, it's about education, and there are lots and lots of opportunities for people that make things and make things happen. If you're a carpenter, electrician, if you're good with your hands, you can get a job in the city. We're building 10,000 new units for housing, but we're also fixing our sewers. Now, that's not that sexy nor glamorous, but guess what? It's real work. It's work for the next 15 to 20 years, and it's hundreds of millions of dollars being invested into our parks to make green infrastructure.
And then you have some cool stuff coming up where you're going to be near Amazon and some of the other big companies?
So, again, as I mentioned earlier, we're 30 minutes by boat to LaGuardia Airport, 45 minutes by boat to Long Island City, Queens, where Amazon's going to locate. So I fully expect Mount Vernon to activate its maritime economy as we build up this ferry that's going to connect Mount Vernon to the rest of the Long Island Sound.
Wow.
Can't beat it. We have the busiest port, industrial commercial port outside New York City. If you get home heating oil and you're in the Bronx, or if you get home heating oil and you're in Lower Westchester or in Lower Connecticut, if you get home heating oil and you're in Rockland County, it normally comes into the terminal in Mount Vernon. It comes by water. And that's why I'm just telling you, we have something that nobody else has, and we have a diverse economy, and we're going to make it even better.
Okay. And finally, what would you like for when people do Google you and they see this stuff? Is there something you want them to take away as far as what's out there, what's not true, what is true? Is there anything you want to talk about?
just keep the faith and know that when you stand up for what you believe in, it's going to come with many, many, many challenges. And no matter how tough it gets, God is on your side. As long as you believe and keep the faith, you're going to be all right.
Well, I know people want to follow you now. They want to go to your website, and how can they do that?
So this is an easy way. You can follow us here. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. And Facebook, Mayor Richard Thomas, Rich W. Thomas on Twitter. And just know that we're available. I'm accessible. I reply. I get the notes, and I reply right away as soon as I can on my phone.
That's what's up. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you.
I'm really excited for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.